Oh, hi there. I wanted to bring this up. It was a thought that was in kind of the back of my head for a while. I thought so when it first happened, and I still think so today, that Heath Ledger, most notably played the Joker, is not dead. A lot of people are gonna reinforce the idea that he is dead. Number one, you got the idiots. They're just gonna go along with what's said and they believe what they're told, and because they liked Heath Ledger so much, um, from being the Joker and Batman, that they'll reinforce that idea. Then you got the trolls who know better and will continue to reinforce that idea, regardless of what they actually think. Um, but the thing is, with that significant of a person, he had his own cult following, obviously. Um, he had a wife or whatever. Michelle Williams was her name? What was it? Uh, yeah, Michelle Williams. Um, she would have been his equivalent to the Harley Quinn, for sure. Um, and she would not have allowed him to overdose on prescription drugs. 28 years of age is a suspicious age to suddenly die of anything. And as anyone who knows Hollywood, the drug overdose is the most common uh, method of how young people die. And it's suspicious because they say he overdosed on prescription medication. Um, I'm not saying this from personal experience, but I'm telling you that if you're an important individual, you're worth a lot of money, or whatever reasons, or maybe you're a poor person and you're not worth anything, they don't hand out prescription drugs that get you high. They don't do it anymore. They haven't done it for a number of years. And it's this illusion that people build that, oh, the Americans are in Afghanistan harvesting the opium fields and blah blah blah. They're the biggest drug dealers, blah blah blah. And the thing is, maybe they are there. Maybe they are harvesting opium for the drug trade. But do you think it's the Americans that are intaking it? No, it isn't. It's the damn Chinese. There's still opium dens over there. That's where they're selling the damn opium. So people have a narrow-minded view and think that the Americans and it's big pharma taking it all in and they're handing out painkillers like they're candy. They're not. You basically at this point have to be dying to get any. And even that could change in the future because you deteriorate faster if you're taking painkillers and not taking medicine that is going to keep you sick. Um, there's a whole video I can get onto about that. Anyway, how this gets back to Heath Ledger is his wife. I took a quick look at her on the Wikipedia. She most certainly looks like she could be a Harley Quinn, and it'd be one of the white coats. You know, psychiatrist, throw him in a lunatic asylum where no one ever sees him again. And on the other hand, be a total nut job herself. That would not surprise me in the least. You can't play Joker without taking that into consideration. You can't be in a cult of personality without taking that into consideration. Um, and she would not have allowed him to overdose on drugs. I mean, I'm sure he had a lot of haters, particularly the blacks, because if you actually watch the Batman and like really understand it, and I haven't watched it a lot, okay? Like I probably seen the movie, like sat down, had some popcorn, a couple beers, watched it all the way through, maybe once or twice, and then I see clips periodically on the YouTube, and that's about it. But anyway, it's not black power at all. That movie, not in the slightest. It's a white man's movie, and that probably made some powerful black men in the United States, because in particular Obama was the president at the time, very very angry. So it would make sense that Heath Ledger would have to have gone into hiding, and I think it is a distinct possibility. Um, and his wife would just not have allowed him to overdose. And it's just like, it's not that we have to see a cadaver or something like that. It's not that we have to, you know, see his autopsy report and, see everything. We don't need to know about that sort of stuff. But there is a story here, and I'm entertaining the possibility that he is alive. Hopefully, he's not in a horrible place, because does anyone who knows the Joker knows that Joker has been in horrible places, particularly in Arkham Asylum, um, which, if you watch the Batman cartoon, is even though they don't paint it to be very nice, in real life, it's really not very nice. Um, yeah, like I have no idea what could have possibly been going through his mind at the time of his death, but it could have been anything. Like, it's not just simple this, simple that. And that's the problem with today's society, is that everyone wants to simplify everything to the point where it's just a waste of time. And it's just irritating. And it's no wonder people go, I'm turning off the screen. I'm going over there and doing this because I can't be bothered to listen to this guy's shit. Um, yeah, it's just like, come on, propaganda unit. You're telling me you can't come up with better stuff to keep us entertained? As far as storylines and things like that, and you know, not just keep us entertained, keep us controlled, keep us intellectually stimulated. You've turned, well, Hollywood's always been this way, but it's all been simplified so hard that it's just, mind-numbingly irritating to even, like, investigate, because you're not going to get anywhere, for one thing, especially on the internet. They don't want you knowing anything, so you have to think outside the box. And anything that's said on the internet, especially if it's just in writing form, uh, is not evidence. Anything on Wikipedia isn't necessarily evidence. Okay, there's quite a few times it is, where, in the sense that they are telling the truth only because there's no benefit to lying about it. There's no advantage. It's not that they wouldn't lie in the right circumstances, because they do quite often. But if there's no advantage to lie, then they're probably not going to. But a lot of people don't see it that way. A lot of people have a very, very closed-minded perception of things. Because, I've mentioned before, and I've heard it before, history is a story. And stories that are good are history. Um, so Heath Ledger being dead at 28 of a prescription drug overdose. He actually had a doctor give him this stuff. Um, it is possible that things just turn fucking south on him, and his cult of personality turned on him and fucking ate him alive. That is a possibility. I'm not going to deny that that could have happened, for any reason that would be seemingly psychotic to a normal person. Um, or he is still alive and he's just in hiding in wherever place. Um, that's also quite be true. He could be living a comfortable life. And then there's the other aspect to it, and that's, even if he is dead, Why don't we just go around and tell people that he's not, and say, no, he's over there, he's over there, he's living, he's, and then when he gets to his ripe old age, then we say, no, he's passed on. Why does the legend have to end right there? Why does this story have to end? Why does the cult of personality of Heath Ledger have to end like that? What a bunch of bullshit. Um, he will be alive forever in the cinematic universe. The Batman Begins is never gonna go away. I mean, the Dark Knight, I should say. However, there are countries outside of our own that would erase that if they could. Anyway, I've got to go to work, so I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one.